What's going on, guys? Today we are checking out the Specialized S-Works Romin Evo mirror saddle. So that is the 3D printed version of the Romin Evo that was recently released. And this guy is in a 143 mil width. So long story short on this, I had a power saddle here, S-Works with a carbon base. I ended up cracking the base of this guy. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll zoom in. So as we can see here, it's cracked right through, separated. You can kind of see it along the lines there, just outside the rail on the right side, but the entire base of this is cracked. So decided to try something else. Really liked the mirrors, or really liked the power saddle, so we are going to try the Romin Evo. And this guy's apparently just kind of a better version, longer nose, a little more padding, and lighter weight, which is really cool. So let's open this guy up and check it out. So, out of the box, there it goes. Saddle done. A lot of extra packaging, don't really need it. Nothing too crazy. You can kind of see there's this sticker. And on the side, S-Works. I don't know how important that is. I'm going to throw this right out. So right off the hop, we can see this guy looks very, very unique in that it's 3D printed. With that, you can do a lot of cool things that you can't do with a standard saddle. So I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of what this is capable of. But right off the hop, looks really, really cool. Kind of similar to the toupee, other than it's a 3D printed. So right off the hop, we have a couple things here. Let's get rid of the tag. So we have an instruction manual that, nothing too crazy in here, I imagine. The main thing is that you've got to make sure that your saddle or your seat post that you're using is capable of these rails. So as I was saying, these rails are not round. So you just got to make sure your seat can take that, your seat post, sorry, so that it doesn't have any issues. But side clamps won't work. You need a top to bottom clamp, which is what I have on the Athos. On the back of the saddle, we can see here body geometry, it's stamped right in. Really cool, as well as you can see the mounts themselves for the, I think they call it the SWAT storage, those two bolt holes there that'll just kind of focus on there. And you can kind of mount a couple things to the back of your saddle, for example, like water bottles or, a tiny minuscule tube kit. So really cool, little option there to have that. And I'll definitely be trying that out at some point. In terms of the saddle itself, we can see that it has the carbon rails. It's got a little bit of a grit to it on the rails itself. They are oval, like I mentioned. Make sure your seat post is compatible, as well as the nice cutout on the bottom. Really soft material, so that's going to make it really comfortable on your soft bits. And then on the top, so this is where I'm kind of told that a lot of the magic happens. So you're coming in at a weight that's very competitive with some of the other styles of saddles, but it's super, super soft. Because they're able to take away material versus just wrapping, a carbon, carbon base, putting on some padding and then wrapping it with leather. You're able to kind of get a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? You get a lot more comfort with this design at a lower weight. So if we're kind of comparing the two here, if we're comparing an S-Works power here, I'm pushing, it's really not going in very much. Whereas if I give it the same force on the mirror, I'm getting like a humongous amount of input into the saddle, which is going to be very comfortable. As well on the middle here, the cutout, it's soft. So where the soft bits are going to need to go, there's room for it to move, but it's going to be stable otherwise. So that's a very clever design. I really like that. And with that 3D printed type process, it just gives you a lot more options to customize and engineer the saddle to your fit. Just wanted to show here, I'm going to try to push in to kind of give you an idea of how much this guy sits down or how much give there is to it. So let's try this here. Like, there's so much. I don't know if you can see this or not, but that is a very soft seat. It's going to be so comfortable for those long rides. Oh my goodness, look at this. Right on the inside as well. Very soft, and then on this stuff here, you can just see. Gives right in. Obviously, one of the intangibles to a 3D printed saddle as well is look at that airflow. Air is going to come in here and cool you down so much better than having that leather wrap. So some of the things, I don't know if they advertise that or not, but just looking at it, the airflow is going to be huge right along the side here. around the back. This is a fantastic looking saddle. You're going to be very cool riding this. As well, it just gives your bike that extra little touch that a lot of your buddies don't have. It makes it unique. So really excited to try this guy out. So that's kind of it for the Ronin design. Look up the specs online for the weight. I'm not going to get into that if that's important to you, but what I am going to do is go mount this guy up and go for a ride. So thanks for stopping by, checking out the saddle. I will do a long-term review on this for sure once I have some time in on it. And once I have checked it all out and can kind of give you a proper opinion on what I think of it. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, I'll definitely answer them. Leave those guys below. And if you like the content that I'm putting out here, leave a like or subscribe, all that good stuff helps the channel. So, all right guys, that's it for me. I will chat with you later.